Stop number 28 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to nighttime racing in Martinsville Speedway, Martinsville, Virginia, as we are here today for the running of the Goody's Fast Relief 500. And we are set for 75 laps of racing on this 0.526 mile short track here at Martinsville, the final short track night race of the season. Usually it was at Richmond, but this time it's at Martinsville since they started doing nighttime racing there, I guess you could say. But excuse me. But anyway, we are set for racing here today. Here's the starting lineup here at Martinsville. On the pole it is Kyle Matthews, number 42, the Texaco Haviland Dodge. I believe it's his second pole of the season, I think, too. Or no, second pole in the last 3 races, I should say. Alongside of him is Dylan Young in number 2, the Miller Lite Dodge. Second row, Trent Dunham, number 26, the Crown Royal Ford. He's alongside number 32, that is Zachary Fitzwater. Third row, number 17, Jessica Shelton in the Walt Tools Ford. She's flanked by number 19, Ryan Brommer. Great qualifying run for the number 19 team. Fourth row has car number 3, Cole Deaver, the winner at Watkins Glen this season. He's alongside number 4, William Brock, who's won 3 times this season so far in the Kodak Max Chevrolet. Fifth row, I should say, the man who won the last race on the tour at Dover, Levi McIntyre, the Office Depot Ford. Won out in that tremendous finish between he and Mike Becker. Beside him will be Charles Sanford, 2-time winner season so far. Charles won at Texas and at Riverside. Sixth row, I should say, has number 48 Paul Minnick and number 10 Matt McIntyre. Next row has James Sykes, 31, and number 18 Nathan Ormond in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Next row down has number 25 James Henry coming off that top 10 finish at Dover. He's flanked by number 33 Daniel Bouchard. Next row down has number 55, I should say, excuse me. That is Quentin Moore, the winner at Talladega. And beside him, Cat Batson, number 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. Quentin's Talladega win came at the second Talladega race this season. Next row down has the winner of the Southern 500 this season, Joshua Osborne, the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac. And number 38, Laura Chung in the M&M's Ford. Next row down has car number 40 as Phil Parker in the Coors Light Dodge. And number 97, going for the Martinsville sweep this season, that's Jesse Turner. He won the last time he was here in the day race. He has since pulled off a night race win at Bristol. Turner's won twice this season. Next row down has number 16, John Andrews, and number 71, Gabby Conklin, the leading rookie this season. Next row down has the winner of the first Talladega race this season. That's Keith Batson, the Quality Care Ford, number 88. And beside him will be number 43, the winner of the second Richmond race this season, Mike Becker. Next row down has car number 7, Alexander Rowe, and number 41, Wes McCoy. Then it's number 12, Zach Winkle, and number 6, Ryan George. Next row, Amanda Evans, and number 8, and number 22, Dylan Poteet. Looking to move his way up through the field here after another poor qualifying run out of that 22 team. Next row down has number 45, that's Christian Vargas, and number 1, Clint Buchanan. Next row down has number 11, Cement Oscon. And number 21, Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down, Seth Cohen, 40, and number 5. And number 29, Ryan Butcher, starting shotgun. Tito McCoy, and number 44. And number 15, I should say, that's Allison Rain. Again, our top 2 drivers in the points are qualifying in the back, though, so it'll be interesting to see how well they move their way up to the front here at Martinsville. Of course, remember, they both wrecked at Dover, so they have excuse me, lost a little bit of ground on the third place runner here, as he gained 100 points after that race at Dover. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here as we head here today at Martinsville. Short track racing, anything can happen, and usually does here. As 27 races are in the books, and we have 6 races left on the season. This one being one of the 6. As the field is lined up, we're about to get the command to fire the engines for the Goody's Fast Relief 500.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
The field's command has been given to fire the engines as the pace car releases the field off the pit road. As the pace car releases the field for the pace up, and for the start of the race right after this. Pace car as leading the field off of on the pace car makes a turn on the pit road as the field being led in the hands of Kyle Matthews and Dylan Young. A pair of Dodges on the front row for this racing today as they're about to get the green flag. Let's go nighttime racing at Martinsville. Kyle Matthews has led so many times this season, though. He has been close to victory so many times as well, too. Hoping today is the day he finally gets that first victory of the season here as he leads the first lap here at Martinsville. Dylan Young is in second place. Trent Dunham trying for third on Zachary Fitzwater as Fitzy moves to the outside lane, I should say, and makes the pass on the outside of a very impressive move for that 32 team. As they come off turn number 4 and 3 wide here. Cole Deaver, William Brock, and Ryan Brommer. Brommer getting bumped like a pinball, I guess you could say. And off the way, I guess, right into the 24 of Charles Sanford. But they keep it together, and Brommer, I mean, just was way up high. He lost a lot of spots doing so. Running that high lane. And James Sykes in the 31 car goes inside lane in the single wireless Chevrolet. Brommer running in 11th now at this point of this race here. And Sykes running in 12th. Now about to lose that spot to Paul Minnick in the 48 car. As Brommer tries to work his way back up to the field here as you see him now inside of the 10 of Matt McIntyre. Matt running in 10th position right there behind Levi McIntyre in the 99 car. He's in 9th, 8th is Sanford, 7th is Cole Deaver, I should say. 6th is William Brock. Battle for 5th between Trent Dunham and Jessica Shelton. As they come through turns number 1 and 2 right now. Dunham on the outside in 26 here. Shelton in 17. Jess moves inside. Tries to make the pass and cannot do so as you jump on board with Jessica Shelton. Shelton running in 5th position right now as Dunham up ahead of her in 4th. Now inside lane goes car number 4, William Brock, as they come off the 4th turn here. As I mentioned, Shelton in 5th, Dunham in 4th. Fitzwater running 3rd right now in the 32 car. The Tide Pontiac giving that car a run for the money here, giving her car a good run here. Dylan Young in 2nd place in car number 2. And Kyle Matthews leading the way in the 42 machine. It looked like he had the race at Richmond pretty much well in hand a couple races ago, and he and lost out on the last laps of that race to Mike Becker. So Kyle hoping today is finally the day he gets that, as we mentioned, he gets that first win here. We've had, I believe, 15 winners this season. We've had 15 different winners this season. We had 19 last season. In this series, though, and we still got quite a few races left to go here, so we may still either equal or possibly break that record. If we get a different winner every race, if we get a different first-time winner this season every race from here on out, we'll have one of the records, I would imagine. But anyway, Kyle Matthews leads the race here over Dylan Young as we look for a battle on the track here. Charles Sanford trying to close up on Cole Deaver. Deaver up to the high side a little bit. Sanford also joins Cole up on the high side of the track. Deaver runs in 7th position. Sanford running in 8th. As they come off the second corner here, the McIntyres. Levi in 9th, and Matt in the 10 car running in 10th. Brian Brommer's 11th. Paul Minnick is 12th. James Sykes in 13th position. 14th is Nathan Ormond. James Henry 15th. 16th is Quentin Moore. 17th is Joshua Osborne. Laura Chung 18th. 19th is Kat Batson. 20th is Dana Bouchard. 21st is Jesse Turner. Battle for, and now he's in a battle with Phil Parker for position. That's 21st position they're going for. Parker moves to the inside. Turner gets a little bit loose right there. Keith Batson does the same thing to the 871 car of Gabby Conklin. Batson drives into turn number 3 right there. That's 24th and 25th on your screen right there. The 71 and the 88 cars. And Conklin kept the spot for the time being, but Batson pulls back ahead here, and whoa, Conklin fought back on the outside of the track in the 71 machine, and now dives inside of John Andrews in the 16 car. Andrews slides up the track just a little bit right now as they come off the second corner here, and John has a bite on the outside lane right there, and keeps that, it takes that spot, and keeps that spot. And I tell you what, that's power right there in the 16 car. Usually, if you're on the outside at Martinsville, come off the corner though, you're pretty much in a vulnerable spot though. But excuse me, must be some on the outside lane that's making it. They're making it work. Conklin tried again to move the inside lane, but Andrews again, the outside lane works to his advantage. I mean, that's something we may see here as this race goes on. Meantime, Phil Parker up ahead right there in that 40 car. He's having a good time watching all this as well too. And whoa, Parker blocks Andrews and gets Andrews. Looked like he was going to break Andrews' momentum, and then John Andrews says, nope, I'm going inside like I did a couple other guys. And whoa, he got loose, come off that 4th corner. Almost got into Phil Parker's machine, and whoa, Parker goes up the high side now. Phil right now running 22nd position. 21st is Turner. And he moves inside of Daniel Bouchard. That's for 20th position. Cat Batson up ahead of them in 19th spot right now as they come off the second corner. There's the rest of the field right there. Dylan Poteet, championship leader coming in this race. He's running 31st position right now in the Caterpillar Dodge. And Seth Cole, well, not much he's gained so far. In fact, Allison Rain, if she gets past Seth, it will put Seth in last place. And that's and for a guy who's been very consistently up front there in this race here, so far, this race and Dover have been nightmares for both Seth and Dylan Poteet both. You can bet though when they get to North Wilkesboro, they'll get the combination. You can bet they'll try to get the things right though before they head to North Wilkesboro next on the tour for the Holly Farms 400. But back up front is still Kyle Matthews leading this race here after 23 laps. We're down to 44 to go here at. No, excuse me, we're down to 42 to go. Excuse me, not 44. As they come up the 4th turn, now we're down to 41 to go now. Matthews has about a margin of almost a second, 87 hundredths of a second right now between the front 2 cars. Top 5 still remaining status quo right now between the front 5 cars. Actually, front 10 remains status quo for the time being. As Trent Dunham now moves inside of the 32 car of Zachary Fitzwater just for 2nd place. Off turn number 4 they come right now, completing yet another lap. That's 26 laps in the books right now. Averaging so far to a little over 92 miles an hour. The fastest lap of the race so far is set by our 3rd place runner, Zachary Fitzwater, at 93.571 miles an hour. Dunham is the 2nd fastest lap, followed by Laura Chung, 3rd fastest. 4th fastest lap is Jessica Shelton, who now tries to move inside of Trent Dunham for 5th place, or 4th place I should say, excuse me. And Levi McIntyre has the fastest lap, as the 5th fastest lap of the race so far, at 93.226. The leading car of the race here so far is Kyle Matthews. Is his fastest lap. His fastest lap. No, there it is. His fastest lap is the sixth fastest lap race so far at 93.184 miles an hour. So. There is Dylan Young in second place right now, the number 2 Norlight Dodge. And Dylan Young has our second in-car camera, the number 2 Norlight machine. See how he drives this track at Martinsville. You see on the tachometer, 9250 going into turn number 3, and down about almost 4,500 RPMs in the middle of the third and fourth corners. And the engine's getting a bit of a workout here, about 47.50 that time by through the middle of 1 and 2. And you see right there in the second order, up to about 9,100 that time by RPM wise. Matthews got a little bit loose coming out that fourth turn here. Dylan tries to close up again here. And it's 0.8 of a second that time between the front two cars right now. They're coming up on lap traffic here, as a matter of fact, too. You saw Seth Cole ahead of Matthews. Or Dylan had to back up the throttle just a little bit before coming off that fourth corner here. And that time right at about 9,000 RPMs into turn number 1. You can tell these engines really take some punishment here on the short tracks for sure here. But if there's two things this track is known for being hard on, is engines and brakes. That's the two things that Martinsville is known to be hard on. It breaks because of, well, the obvious, because they have very tight corners and long straightaways here, and the engines, well, they run some sort of gearing that causes that what you saw, the RPM exercise that car goes through, go from about a little over 4,500 RPMs to up to about a little over 9,000 RPMs by the time you get to the end of the straightaway at about speeds of upwards of 120 miles an hour. But Dylan Young, he's really closing up on Kyle Matthews right that time by going through off to number 4. Dylan's won 3 times this season so far. He won at Darlington. He won the first visit to Darlington, the first visit to North Wilkesboro, and I think also won the second visit to Pocono this season as well too. Dylan up in contention to try to make us a ground for what hopefully will be his second straight championship in this series here. He's not the points leader here, as we mentioned there. Dylan Poteet has the points lead coming into this event. But right now, Poteet at this point running in the 31st position at this point, and that's not a good day, not a good run for the Caterpillar team. Like I said, you can bet with him and Seth Cole. Those teams will be working overtime before they prepare for North Wilkesboro. But race ain't over yet, though. We're about to complete halfway this time by, as we'll have 38 laps in the books and 37 to go. And as they come off turn number 4, Kyle Matthews has every lap so far here in the Haviland Dodge. Fitzwater running in third. Again, Dunham in fourth, and the battle between he and Jessica Shelton still going at it here. Dunham in fourth, Shelton fifth, William Brock sixth, Cole Beaver seventh. Charles Sanford running in 8th. 9th is Levi McIntyre. And Matt McIntyre running in 10th position. So no changes in position so far in today's race at this moment. As everybody has stayed kind of single file at this point in this race. As we mentioned for season 32, well, the mod has been determined on what to use for season 32, and I will surprise you by way on the mod, as I mentioned on the NNSCRA page. That announcement will not come until we get near the end of season 3 of the NNSCRA Mellow Yellow Racing Series, which will be on my channel, the Rare Race for 1985 channel, and and of course that series will be coming up at the conclusion of season 31 of this series. In fact, signups will be coming up. I think I'll release signups by the time before we get to probably the Phoenix event, probably, which will be about a few races from now, which will be race number 32 of the season this year. In this season, Matthews now moves up on the back of Seth Cole's car. Somebody coming on pit road right now, and that is the 97 of Jesse Turner on pit road. There he is, 35 miles an hour on pit road for the Sharpie Ford. And the crew goes to work on that machine there. They're making a... Looks like they're changing 2 tires right there. No, they're going to change 4 tires, looks like, on the Sharpie Ford. It might have been Turner may have had a tire going down right there. He finally is down on the way, but he will fall 1 lap down, unfortunately. So unfortunate circumstances for Jesse Turner, who, as I mentioned, won the last time he was here at Martinsville this season, and unfortunately that sweep will not come unless something happens to everybody else, but which that's not likely at this point there. But if I know Jesse Turner, he'll try to run hard and gain what he can right there, unless something happens to unless something happens to a lot of the field. But Turner right now, he's running in 40th position at this point. He is 1 lap down. No, actually made that 2 laps down, excuse me, in the Sharpie Ford. So I tell you, for Jesse Turner, sometimes when it rains, it pours for him. It seems like as far as his luck is concerned for that team. And Kyle Mendes now, he's come by to lap Seth Cole in the 5 car, and the yellow flag has flown for the first time here today. And there's part of the equation right there. Gabby Conklin, the 71 car, looks like, has wrecked in some way, shape, or form. Let's see. She must have hit somebody. We'll see who it was that she hit. Aha, it's Jesse Turner, the guy who just came off of pit road after an unscheduled stop. Take a look at what happened to Jesse Turner here, because he gets held at the back of the 38 of Laura Chung, and just drives right up in the Cat Matson of the 28 car, and there's where the 71 of Gabby Conklin hit him. And then he almost gets sideswiped by the 12 car of Zach Winkle. So that was the cause of the first caution flag of the day here. Turner not at all happy right here. I'm sure with the 38 car or with the 28 car, but he actually came up to the side of the 28 machine. And I should say, just hit him, and it looks like everybody else. It looks like some of the leaders have actually pitted. Yeah, they see Kyle Matthews is back there. So is Young. So is Fitzwater. So those are guys that were leading the field. And Dylan Potte's on pit road, a 22 car. And he is being stopped on pit road for a penalty, looks like. Oh my dear gosh. And that's going to put him 38th in the field order, and he's now 1 lap down. So as a result of everybody else pitting here, Kyle Matthews is now dropped to 22nd, and Dylan Young 23rd. 24th is now Fitzwater. 25th is Ryan George, and then oh my gosh, and that looks like it's going to hand the lead to the 17 of Jessica Shelton. And there she is in the 17 car. She'll be your leader on the restart this time by when we come back. Just as you rejoin us, green flag back out on lap number 53 here at Martinsville Speedway. Jessica Shelton is your leader. Second is William Brock. Third position right now is Cole Deaver. as the field is now in heavy, heavy traffic. And Shelton gets moved to the track. Here comes Brock to the low side off turn number 2. Let's see what happens on the second corner. Shelton gets held out behind the 5 of Seth Cole. She's going to use him as a pick. And you get the lap traffic here in Martinsville. Anything can happen, and usually does here. Let's see what happens as they go through turns off turn number 2 here. William Brock there up on the back bumper of the 17 machine. Brock will still be in the 4 car next season when we unveil what mod we're going to run here this next season. Oh, Shelton got loose that time in turn number 1 that time here. William Brock and Cole Deaver looking to pounce whatever chance they get. Brock up the high side, Deaver down low. See what happens off turn number 4. Second place for between the 4 and the 3 as they go into off turn number 2. Here comes Deaver off that second corner, and Brock picks up the throttle back quicker than Cole Deaver did. Shelton now trying to get by Seth Cole to put him another lap down. And Brock moves down inside, and Seth says, I'll let you by, William, and let's see what happens off turn number 2 this time by. And now you got Charles Sanford and Matt McIntyre battling between the 24 and the 10 cars. That's for 4th place. Levi McIntyre runs in 6th position, I should say. Then Paul Minnick is 7th, James Sykes is 8th, Nathan Orman running 9th, and James Henry running in 10th. And right there, Seth Cole could be Jessica Shelton's best friend right there at this point here, because there's a lap car between 1st and 2nd place. As you see now, Matt McIntyre getting by Charles Sanford. Charles a little bit loose going into number 1 that time by. That drops Charles back to 5th place, but now tries to regain 4th away from McIntyre, who stays inside lane. Now tries to get by Cole Deaver. That's for 3rd place. Good. Deaver tried to shut the door on the McIntyre car, but does not do so. Deaver still remains behind William Brock. Shelton looking for her 5th win of the season. Brock is looking for his 4th of the season. And Matt McIntyre is one of those drivers who's not yet won this season. If he can make his way past those 3 cars ahead of him, he might possibly have a shot at Shelton. We'll see what happens here through off turn number 4. He gets past Deaver, tries to, now moves up on way for 2nd place. Ooh, baby. Now Brock moves inside of Seth Cole. That is for, as the lap said, that's not for position. Seth again not on the lead lap. As they go into turns number 1 and 2 again here, William Brock. Maybe he knows time's running out though, because he is now because this time I will be down to 11 laps remaining. This will be complete lap number 64. See what the margin is this time by. Shelton's got almost a 2nd advantage now on William Brock. You actually make that over a 2nd advantage now as 1.17 that time by. Meantime, Levi McIntyre trying to get by Charles Sanford for 5th place, but Charles keeps that spot. But now Levi moves inside of the DuPont Chevrolet. Off through turns number 1 and 2 they come here as they come out the 2nd corner. McIntyre off the 2nd turn this time, and he comes inside of Sanford. And now, meantime, Cole Deaver tries to move inside of the 10 car of Matt McIntyre to try to get back by him. Continue to watch this battle right there. That's second, third, and fourth on your screen. Again, Seth Cole holding up the 4-car William Brock, though. And the more this happens, though, the more the smaller Jessica Shelton gets from William Brock's view. Oh, and McIntyre tries once again off that second turn. He almost used the bumper that time by on the 4-car. And Matt drives it in hard in turns 3 and 4 right now as they come off the 4th turn. And Zachary Fitzwater, look at that 32 car go. He gets by Cole Deaver, and now here comes Kyle Matthews in this mix down the 42 cars. He is driving like a man possessed. Trying to get by Charles Samper, and tries to get by him. Now tries to get by Deaver. Off to number 4. This will complete lap number 70. We're down to 5 to go. Off turn number 4, they come here. Matthews tries to get by Matt McIntyre in the 10 car. Gets by him, and here he comes on the back of the 4 car, William Brock. Matthews the 5th. Inside the 4 car, William Brock, they come up the second turn now. That's third place on your screen there, and oh, look at Fitzwater. He's close to the back of Shelton. Zachary Fitzwater, the 32 car, he's not yet won this season. He won the Winston All-Stars at Charlotte, though, and that's not for points. We said 15 winners this season so far. Can we make it 16? And Matthews at third. He's right there on the back of both Fitzwater and Shelton. 2 to go. Here comes Fitzwater to the low side. He moves Shelton up the track off turn number 2. They're side by side between the 17 and 32 machines. They go into turn number 3 now. Does Fitzwater have anything? He's got one more shot to do it. 1 lap remaining at Martinsville. Fitzwater comes to the inside of Shelton. Shelton gets loose. Fitzwater inside sticks the nose out of butt, and Fitzwater has the lead, but only for a moment. Shelton fights back on the outside of the turn 3 and 4. Fitzwater gets back past. Here they come up the 4th turn. Zachary Fitzwater shocks the world at Martinsville. Zachary Fitzwater wins it. Lancy Goody's body paying $500 at Martinsville. Wow, Zachary Fitzwater ate up a huge deficit on the last few laps of the race, and Jessica Shelton, I honestly thought Shelton had it won, because she had pulled ahead to about a 1.5-second lead, and then Zachary Fitzwater ate it all up in the last 5 or so laps of this race, and got the win on the final lap to win the race. And he becomes the 16th different winner here this season, his first of the year, averaging 83.930 miles per hour. Jessica Shelton second, and she just barely held off a hard-charging Kyle Matthews for that second place position. Wow. Just unbelievable. So that is 28 races in the book. So I know it's top 27, but that's actually 28 actually. But what a finish that was here. Matt McIntyre will end up finishing 4th here in today's race. William Brock comes home 5th. 6th will go to Cole Deaver. 7th to Dylan Young. Charles Samper 8th. Trent Dunham, a nice move up there. He finishes 9th. And Levi McIntyre will come home in 10th position. Paul Minnick 11th. Then Nathan Ormond. Solid day for him. He finished 12th. 13th will go to James Sykes. Wes McCoy, how about him? He finishes in 14th position. A solid day for that 41 team. 15th to James Henry. 16th to Laura Chung. 17th Joshua Osborne. 18th Quentin Moore. 19th John Andrews. And Ryan Brommer comes home in 20th. A shame for him after a really good qualifying run that put him in the back of the field in the It looked like he had a shot at maybe possibly pulling it off, though, but that unfortunately did not happen here for him. Cat Batson 21st, Phil Parker 22nd, Keith Batson 23rd, 24th will go to Amanda Evans, Daniel Bouchard 25th, then Alexander Rowe 26th, Ryan George 27th, Zach Winkle, Clint Buchanan, and Christian Vargas the top 30. Allison Rain, Cement Oscon, Dylan Poteet 33rd, Ryan Butcher, Tina McCoy, Roberto Crown Jr., Seth Cole comes home in 37th. A lap down, Gabby Conklin was 38th, Jesse Turner 39th, and Mike Becker, he had problems apparently in the last half of this race. He ends up 23 laps down in 40th. But wow, what a race there. Short track racing at its best. And they battled it out, they slugged it out, and came out and to the very end, where Zachary Fitzwater got the run he needed on the final lap and takes the victory over Jessica Shelton in a tremendous duel to the win. It is Fitzwater's first of the season. As I mentioned, the 16th different driver to win this season too, and he was having a pretty darn good season at this point as well too. So this will help his momentum right here. So that will do it here today at Martinsville. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA has called desires to have for this channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is the main series on the channel. If you want in on his future seasons, then please give a Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other two channels that does NNSCRA offline series. Those channels be in X8675398588X. That's Dylan Young's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff. And also be sure to subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99. That's Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So those two channels got some cool stuff. So be sure to subscribe to them both. And also be sure to subscribe to this channel again. Subscribe to this channel, the NNSCRA Spectrum, the NNSCRA Marvel Studio. If I can talk, that would be dangerous. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. So that will do it here today at Martinsville Speedway. And for now, this is James Qualls' production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at North Wilkesboro for the Tyson Holly Farms 400.